Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Amari. I'm back with another video here. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys everything you're gonna need to actually start trading. Now, I know we went over candlesticks in the first video. It's kind of out of whack. It doesn't actually make too much sense, but I'm gonna actually give you everything you're gonna want for trading today. Number one, we're gonna need TradingView. Obviously, this is what you use to look at the charts. This is what you can use to look at any pair basically in the world. So USD JPY, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, GBP USD, Euro JPY, GBP JPY, XAU USD, XAU JPY if you wanted to look at that. You can use it to look at anything in the world. You can use it to look at like oil if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure oil's whatever. It's on there. It's somewhere on there. Point is, you're gonna need this to look at the charts to actually make money in the stock market. You're gonna need to actually learn how to use it, so I'm gonna take you through a quick walkthrough. Here on this right side of the chart, that is going to be your watch list. Your watch list is going to just have everything you have favorited in there. It's gonna make it quick to get through all the stocks you want to look at. So, oh, that's your watch list. Next, you're gonna want a couple of tools. I like to use the short position. So that's going to basically just make it so I can see my trade and what's happening with it on a move to the downside. The green is make money. The red is, and not the red and the gray, excuse me, it's going to be red for you unless you customize it. The gray for me acts as, oh shit, I'm losing money. And up here is my stop loss. So the trade will automatically stop if it goes past this red. So let's say it went here, boom, the trade's over. I lost. It's over. It is what it is. And same idea for the long position, but I believe mine is actually red instead of, yes, mine's red. So same deal. If it goes past this barrier here, I would be out of the trade and I would have missed this move to the upside. It is what it is. I like that. And you can add that to your chart by coming on the left side of the chart and clicking the little star. The star will add it to this little hotbar up here. It makes it quick, easy, and convenient to get to. I like that. I also, for my purposes, I like the horizontal ray, and you can find that by coming to the top left near your little name, and you can have the ray, and you're gonna add it as a favorite. The rays are gonna help you draw a lot of things. I use the rays to draw draws on liquidity, which I will cover in the chart analysis, and I will actually post a little bit later today on what my draws on liquidity are for the market SPY. So, draws on liquidity, they're golden. And then another thing I would just recommend is a trend line because, hey, you can't, if you're looking for something to break and it's just not breaking, well, you can have a trend line to look at it. I don't use trend lines often. It is what it is, but you might use trend lines, and everyone trades a bit differently. So that's that's your trend line. So that's everything I recommend buying. You can add indicators up here by pressing it, and then you can search whatever. You can use support resistance. I mean, that's a whole community thing, so you can use whatever you want. If you find a good one like Super Trend, let's see, Super Trend like this. I mean, it's great. You can use whatever you want, whatever you want. But my personal 5 indicators. Now, TradingView, it gives you the charts for free and it gives you 1 or 2 free indicators. I believe it's 2, but I find 2 is not really enough for me. I like up to 5 or 6. I don't really like more than that because the chart becomes way too cluttered and a cluttered chart is a bad chart. So that's that. My top 5 favorite indicators are SMT divergence. SMT divergences are basically when two things don't correlate with each other. And SPY, and let me find one of them actually. I don't believe I actually even enabled it. I did. Hold on, let me find one really quickly. Here. So these act as a confluence, which is a word you can find in the vocabulary section of the Discord. Do your homework, do your research. There you go. These act as a confluence. So basically, something's not aligning with SPY and ES. ES is just the futures version of SPY. So this made a lower, let's see, a lower high, while SPY did not. So what happens is they try to correct and fix each other. So they're both correlating at the same pace, same time. And that often allows for a lot of these moves up like this to happen, and it's quick and easy money if you catch a big enough move. Sometimes you'll catch like a move like this where it's okay, that's solid money, but sometimes you might catch a move like this where it tanks. You might catch a move like that. You might catch just something, anything. I would use it as more of a confluence, like, oh shit, I see a SMT divergence. I'm gonna take a trade off. No, don't do that. That's bad. Just use it as a confluence. So a confluence is, remember, it's a confluence means based off of this, this, and this, the market is probably going to do this, this, and this. That's what a confluence is. Use a confluence like that. Don't use a confluence like you see it and you just go, oh, I'm entering. Don't do that. You'll regret it. I promise you. Don't do it. The next thing I like to have on my chart is the EMA. The EMA, again, we've covered this in another video. You can kind of see price bounce and reject off of it, which is a new word. I will put that down in the vocab section. So you can see it bounce here, but reject here. So rejections are basically when you see these wicks and they just won't let the price pass it. It'll just keep going down. And when you see, remember, what we talked about in the first video, when you see all of these wicks here, that's sellers. But when you start to see these wicks here, those are buyer wicks. Look at them. Read the price action. Now, there's not a lot of volume here, so price just kind of went up here, but that's fine. Things don't always make sense in the market. It is what it is. You know, it literally is what it is. Get with the plan or just don't trade. Just stop trading now. So, I like the EMA. It tells you what price is done over the last X amount of days, and I think the EMA is great. So you can change the EMA length by left clicking on it twice, and you can change it to, I don't know, 200 day where it's more lagging like this, or you can change it to the 9 or whatever length you want. I like the 21. I think it's a good balance of, it's kind of at the price and it's kind of showing me what price action is doing, but it's not so up on the price where it's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to follow whatever candle does this, this, and this. It's okay. I like the 21. You can use whatever you want. I'm using EMA on my charts. I like smart money concepts, which is another indicator on TradingView. I'm only going to use 5 indicators for the simple explanation here. Smart money concepts is going to be a whole thing we go over, but smart money concepts is going to show you the changes of character, the breaks of structure, which is an entry if you get the trade right. Fair value gaps. We talked about that in the vocab section as well. They're really important. You're going to want to learn them. They're great. If you understand smart money concepts, you'll understand pretty much everything in this market. They're great. The only thing I would recommend changing in the smart money concepts, again, get to this screen by left clicking on, like a fair value gap or something. I like to change my internal label size to normal for everything because they're so small and it's hard to read when, it's like that. I turn internal order blocks on generally, but I don't like it because it clutters the chart up so much. But there you go. They're important to know and have, though. I would say that. But, but I want you to go into the thing. I want you to turn fair value gaps on because they are turned off. I want you to turn auto threshold off and click extend fair value gap and put the value to 5. That's going to give you a good size fair value gap like this, and it's going to give you the proper, size for the fair value gaps and what they actually are. That's what you want to do for this indicator at least. And for my final two, I prefer to use buy side liquidity and liquidity pools. Liquidity pools are what they say they are. It's where pools of liquidity are. It's where liquidity lies in the markets. So remember, I'm liquid. I go where the money goes. Liquidity moves markets. I trade based off liquidity. I don't trade based off of, I don't know, hopes and dreams and prayers. I actually get a plan. I actually get an entry, and I actually go get a good trade. So I'm liquid. I go where the money goes. If the trend's up, I'm not looking for shorts. If the trend's down, I'm kind of looking to buy at the very lowest point, but I'm not going to catch a falling knife. I'm going to wait for price to fizzle out, get a good uh, buy um buy confirmation, good buy entry, and I'm gonna ride that price up. So that's 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 my fourth and fifth. Buy side liquidity here again just shows you where buy and sell side liquidity is. So if I'm shorting from up here, I want to target this high here because this is where liquidity lies. Liquidity lies at old highs and old lows. So there's liquidity here, there's liquidity here, there's liquidity here. And you can see that as another just confirmation like, hey, there's liquidity here. Hey, there is also liquidity here. Same deal. It's all the same deal. Now, that's my recommendations for the chart. You have to pay around $20 a month to get the five indicators, and I think five is all you really need. Sometimes I might use a bit more on the days where I'm not really sure, and I'm like, okay, I need a confluence of what to do here. This is what I'm gonna do. I like this, I like that. So, another thing I'm gonna recommend to you to use is called the US Economic Calendar. This is more so for options traders or something that has something to do with the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is the United States market called the NASDAQ. This is the economic calendar. This is going to show you all the news dates that we have. So again, we have New Year's Day the 1st and Monday the 30th. I posted in the Discord. We have 9:45 Chicago Business Barometer PMI, and we have pending home sales. They're not supposed to be really big news events, but hey, they could still shift the market in any way, and that's something you just want to be aware of. So I would get on this every day. I would just look at it, and I would just look at it and make sure that like, hey, we don't have a big news day. Cool, I'm gonna trade because you don't want to trade on a big news day. Because yes, you might make a lot of money, but again, in the same breath, you could lose a lot of money doing news trading. It's not the best. I would just sit out, I would watch, or I'd paper trade. If you want to paper trade, go ahead. But those are the days you sit and watch. You watch other people become the liquidity. You don't need to become the liquidity. So trust me, sit the news days out. You'll be good. It's okay. You're fine. Another thing I recommend for my Forex folks is I would use Forex Factory. You can look at news events, but for different pairs. So you could look at news events pertaining to the Japanese yen or the Swiss pound franc, I think that's what that is, and then the Canadian dollar if you wanted. And you're gonna tell if something's a low impact event by it being a yellow folder like this. You're gonna tell if something's kind of moderate impact, it's gonna be orange. And if it's a super high impact where it might bring the market up or it might crash the market, it's going to be red. Again, be very careful. A lot of things can happen. The market's crazy. Anything can happen. So just be ready for whatever. Get a good entry, get a plan, get a good exit, enjoy the profits. Simple as that. And the next thing you're gonna need to do, I promise you're gonna need to do this. Join the Discord. I talk in this chat every day, every hour, every couple hours. I even post the old videos in here. Join the chat. I talk to you about trading in this chat, but I haven't, we haven't gotten to Monday yet, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to post the daily recaps in here too. I'm posting economic news, and the news hasn't even came out. This is 3 days in advance, so you know what's going to happen. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you learn. Same thing with the chart analysis. I'm going to post a chart analysis tonight about SPY, what I think is going to happen, what my chart is going to look like. Profit loss. I'm showing you guys the wins, and we're showing you the losses too. My boy lost $114. I have no reason to not be transparent. It is what it is. You win, you lose. It is what it is. Same thing. I'm going to post in the trading alerts here. I'm going to give you free plays so you can learn and make money at the same time. Who else is doing this? No one does this. And this is all for free. This cord won't always be free. Join it while you can. Get as many people in here as you can. This won't always be free. Same thing. I'm even offering you a growth section so you could talk about your accomplishments as a trader, a person, something you're proud of, just something where you can come and just spill everything on your mind as a person that you've used to grow. It's fine. Talk to us. I want to talk to you. I want to listen to you. I want to help you. So join. Join the Discord. Talk. I'm even giving you a vocabulary section. I'm typing out on my own. This isn't some fucking Google definition. This is what you need to know. Everything. Everything you need to know. Everything I'm saying in here. And I'm updating this every like a couple every day or so. Look at the stuff and read it. It's so important. Just look and read. I'm even ranging, divergences, EMA. I even told you what an EMA is. We talked about EMAs. Talked about everything in there. And of course, we got the live trading cord right here.
All right, boys, we have some technical difficulties. I can't lie to you. It is what it is. I'm in Filmora right now trying to edit this shit. My MacBook sounds like it's gonna blow up. But you know what? It's the effort that counts. Anyways, I wanted to talk about, before my shit got cut off, join the fucking live. It's important. It's essential. And I also ended up talking about Forex indices. So on Forex.com, which is what you use to trade the Forex pairs, you get low spreads, good commissions. It's a good app. You can't trade indices. They claim you can, but I haven't seen it. It is what it is. And you also can't trade gold. Gold's a hard pair for beginners to trade, so I actually don't even recommend you go try to trade gold. And I also ended up talking about options. I was going to roll a screen recording and I was going to show you how the options contract works and how like the value of them works because you buy in shares of 100. I'm going to put that on the screen in just a minute. I'll probably do a voiceover or some shit and I'll have you guys see that. But other than that, the video is going to end. I enjoyed having you guys. I'm going to fuck with you guys later for sure. Join the fucking live Monday, 8 a.m. Be there or be square. So this is how you access the option screen. You're going to go to long call if you believe it's going to go up in these contracts here. So let's take, for example, one of the contracts that's $1.11 at 5.97. That contract is going to cost $117 because you're buying in shares of 100. And here I'm just showing the profit loss. So if you have a lot more contracts and they go up in value, it just gives you more money in the end with those contracts. So that's why a lot of people end up loading up on those contracts. But that's pretty much all it is for the video. I appreciate y'all being here. You know, like I said, join the cord, follow the socials, stay updated, stick with me. I appreciate you guys. All love.